Hi everyone! We just thought we'd update you on what's been going on because it's been a long time, and you've obviously, some of you will have seen on Facebook the great news about our barn. So we had a committee meeting with the Peak Planning people.
Peak District National Park planning.
Yeah. It's always so long-winded though to say.
I know.
Yeah. So anyway, we went there on the 14th of February and we had like a committee meeting where you have to your planning application is discussed around a table of people that look quite scary, but actually they're not.
It's very scary.
It is a bit
The
scary.
whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit scary.
But hey ho.
And they kind of discuss what you're doing and like how they feel about it. And then they make a decision on whether they're going to pass it or not pass it. And you might have seen Jeremy Clarkson had to do one on his Clarkson's farm. He had to go where he is and do like a little committee thing. And it's the same kind of thing that he did. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that was what we did. And we got approved for rebuilding the new barn, which is great because we need that. But we also got approved to use the new barn for like events and workshops, which is really exciting. It's something we've wanted to do for a long time, and we did apply for planning permission for it a few years ago, but the consultant that we used didn't word it in the way that it was meant, and they said no. Basically what we're wanting to do is to offer like workshops and events, like small scale workshops and events to existing customers like you. So when you're staying with us, let's say we've got, I don't know, a yoga workshop running, you can book on and come and do the yoga workshop in the morning, go out for the day and maybe come back, and we might have a sound bath workshop, or we might have candle making or children's activities, or
yeah, because I'm now qualified as a sound practitioner.
Exactly. So mum's got the big gongs and she does like sound baths, and that's amazing. So that's kind of what we're hoping to do, and that's the plan.
Other possibly nature-based activities,
Yeah.
But I think it's going to evolve.
It will evolve. So the first step is actually getting approved by the planners to use that space commercially effectively, and that's what we've achieved. So that's really, really exciting. And yeah, that's the big news really. We've also relisted our loft conversion as a holiday let on the website. So that came off for a little bit and it's now back on. We're making some upgrades up there, so the photos don't reflect the upgrades yet, but they will do. So that's lovely. If you go to the website, you can see that under holiday cottages, and then it's called the loft. So have a look at that. So that's another thing. And then other things we've been up to over the last few weeks are we've had a big dry stone wall rebuilt that had fallen down, and I'll show at the end of this little chit chat thing, I'll put like a
It
few
looks
clips.
really good, and they've looked after the moss
Yes.
and lichen that was on it, not just wiped it all off, because I like the moss.
Yeah, he's kept all the moss and he's just done such a gorgeous job
The
of the
colours
wall.
just look gorgeous.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's stunning. We're actually going to take a big hedge out so you can see more of it because it's such a feature. So that's something that needed doing for years, and that's been done. I think I've mentioned the shower block patio about 100 times, but that's still not 100% finished, but it's nearly there. And the holiday cottage has now been fully plastered, and it's had its first fix, plumbing, wiring, everything like that, and now the floor is being laid. So again, at the end of the video, I'll do a little tour of like everything that's happening and you can see. And then finally, the barn itself, we're not going to be building the whole barn before May, because I'm sure some of you are thinking like, do you realise how much you've got to do? Well, the plan was never to build the full barn before May. We just don't have the time. So what's happening is they've put in the footings now for just the room, which is going to be housing the biomass boiler and the heating and hot water system for the whole site. So we're going to be installing the inner wall now, and then putting like a temporary roof on so that we can install all the infrastructure.
Yeah, so we can open basically, and we will definitely be opening on the 1st of May.
Yep.
But once that's done, the barn proper can be then wrapped around the internal room and finished we're probably looking at it in the winter time.
Yeah.
To minimise any disruption, but it means we can open, so that's great.
Yeah, exactly. So everything is in place now for us to be open on the 1st of May without the full barn, but with enough infrastructure for us to be fine. So that's great. And then, yeah, that's kind of it really, update-wise, isn't it, Mum? So here is the dry stone wall that we were talking about. It's so beautiful. It's been there for a long time, but it was falling down, so now it looks brand new. And onto the site, we've been doing loads more digging, as you can see. Like, again, there's trenches everywhere, and yeah, we've been putting mostly some electric cables in, but also some ducting for like a new Wi-Fi connection. You can see the ducting in the cable on the left there. And that trench, which is on the screen now, that one goes all the way down to our yurt to provide it with enough electricity for a hot tub, a new electric hot tub. So yeah, you can see where it's going all the way down the site. And then they're also digging a trench. I can't remember what that one's for. Has that got a cable? I don't know. This one is for electric cable, for something for the future that we're thinking about doing. So we're kind of future-proofing at the same time. Mum's saying, is the road ever going to be the same again? I'm not sure. We'll soon find out, won't we? So that's going to be something for the future. And you can see a bit further down, like some of the original infrastructure that we put in place years ago. So down there, you can see the water pipe that feeds all the pitches and the drains as well for them. So it's always good to know where things are. And this is to the barn now, so they were stringing out to get the building like square where it's going to be eventually, and then using that to lay out where this biomass boiler room is going. So this is the room, this is where the footings will go for the biomass room. So that'll all be filled with concrete and the walls will be built on top of that, and then we'll put a concrete pad in with all the tanks and everything, blah 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 blah. So that'll be good to get that in. That's happening now. And then here's an update on the holiday cottage. So the floor is being laid, and these are natural stone, limestone tiles. They look amazing. The plastering looks stunning. It's starting to look normal again, to be honest, which is a joy. And this is the bedroom. They just put some self-leveler down on the floor, but you can see the plastering. It looks amazing. So yeah, that's kind of where we're up to, really. See you soon.